Entering values. This topic explains entering values. There are different ways of entering them. One way is to use the trackball in the keyboard. Another way is to use the trackball with the software keyboard. Input fields. The system offers the following input fields to enter or adjust values. Text boxes, which are activated by clicking on the desired text box. Drop-down menus, which are activated by clicking on the desired drop-down menu. Checkboxes, which are activated or deactivated by clicking on the desired checkbox. Entering numeric values. To change a value, click on the value. Enter the desired value by using the pop-up software keyboard. To save the changes, click on Enter. All changes will be saved, and the software keyboard will disappear automatically. Note: if the set data are invalid, the software keyboard will not disappear. Moreover, the warning invalid data will be displayed on the software keyboard. Note: all numbers and characters can also be entered by using the optional mini hardware keyboard. Types of alerts. An alert is an announcement of abnormal situations and conditions that require attention. Alerts are divided into three priorities: alarms, warnings, and cautions. Alarms. Alarms are high-priority alerts. Their condition requires immediate attention and action by the bridge team to maintain the safe navigation of the ship. For example, to avoid navigating into shallow waters and risk grounding. Alarms have the following operational status on the ECDIS. An unacknowledged alarm is displayed with a flashing red flag symbol. It triggers an acoustic signal consisting of 3 short audible signals every 7 to 10 seconds. An acknowledged alarm is displayed with a steady red flag symbol until rectified. Warnings. Warnings have the second highest priority. Their condition requires immediate attention, but no immediate action by the bridge team. Warnings are presented for precautionary reasons, to make the bridge team aware of a change to conditions which are not immediately hazardous. Warnings have the following operational status on the ECDIS. An unacknowledged warning is displayed with a flashing yellowish-orange flag symbol. It triggers an acoustic signal consisting of 2 short audible signals every 5 minutes. An acknowledged warning is displayed with a steady yellowish-orange flag symbol until rectified. Cautions. Cautions have the lowest priority of an alert. They give awareness of a condition which does not warrant an alarm or warning condition, but still requires attention and consideration. Cautions are displayed with the yellow flag symbol and do not generate any acoustic signal. Alert status indicator. The alert status indicator is divided into two parts. The upper part is the alert button and displays all alerts that have not been acknowledged. The lower part is the alert message area and displays all alerts that have been acknowledged but are still active. Note: the system continuously displays active alerts from each category so that the navigator is always aware of them. Alert status indicator. When an alert occurs, the alert button blinks according to the type of alert. Moreover, the description of the alert is displayed in both the alert button and alert message area. If new alerts occur, the alert message is displayed accordingly until the cause that triggered the alert is rectified. Alert list. The alert list can be accessed from the display panel. Here, the navigator has an overview of all alerts based on their type and source. The System Alert Status tab displays the list of alerts related to hardware and communication errors of the system. The Nav Alert Status tab provides the list of navigation and chart-related alerts. These are further categorized into groups, such as Safety Contour Alert, Area Alert, or Route Monitoring Alert. The Info Caution tab provides the list of information and cautions. Note: the color code used in the alert list panel corresponds to the operational status of each type of alert. Alerts history. To view a list of past alerts that have already been resolved, access the System Alert Log or Nav Alert Log tabs. The selection of tabs depends on the category of alerts the navigators want to review. Up to 20 alerts are displayed per tab. Note: for details on the alert contents, refer to Unit 9.1, Alert Function in the Instruction Manual. Acknowledgement of alerts. When an alert is triggered, the buzzer sounds according to the alert type, and the alert message is displayed in the alert status indicator. To correctly handle the new alert, first, check the alert message directly from the display panel, or the alert list. After the content has been checked, and appropriate action is taken, click on the Alert button from the Alert Status Indicator, or Alarm Acknowledgement key from the Operation panel. Furthermore, the alert can be acknowledged from the alert list by clicking the Acknowledge button. Note: if there are multiple alerts, perform the same operation for each type of alert triggered. Sources of alerts. The ECDIS provides a wide range of different alerts, which can be categorized by their subsystems, such as sensor alerts, route alerts, chart alerts, equipment alerts. Note: please check Unit 9.1 Alert Function in the instruction manual for a detailed list of alerts triggered. Sensor alerts. Any loss of connection or malfunction of any connected sensor will trigger an alert. For example, a warning will be triggered by the system if the input from an EPFS source is lost. For less crucial sensor data, For example, POSM 1 data not differential. A caution will be triggered. Root alerts. During root monitoring, the ECDIS can generate various alerts to inform about necessary actions. The cross-track distance alarm, for example, is triggered when the owned ship leaves the defined XTD corridor. The course difference off-course warning is triggered when the ship deviates from the owned course for more than a set limit. The actual course change alarm occurs 30 seconds before the ship reaches the wheelover line. Look ahead alerts, chart alerts. Every ECDIS offers a function to detect dangers from chart objects in front of the vessel. The look ahead sector does the detection of chart dangers. According to the new IHO standards, the chart alerts have been rearranged and divided into 3 groups. Safety contour alerts, navigational hazard alerts, and special area alerts. The crossing safety contour alarm will be triggered when the look-ahead sector is detecting the crossing of a safety contour. The approaching aids to navigation warning will be triggered when point objects such as buoys are detected within the look-ahead sector. Area alerts warnings will be triggered as soon as the vessel's look-ahead sector overlaps one or more prohibited or special condition areas. Note: if the look-ahead vector or sector is not displayed on the screen, detection of dangers function is deactivated, and the system will not trigger alerts anymore. Display color. Further to the predefined options, the system provides multiple ways to set the color and brightness of each display. Ambient light conditions. Access main, select setting, and then color and brilliance setting. To adjust the display color, click on the day-night section and choose the predefined options. Day bright, day whiteback, day blackback, dusk, and night. The display color can also be changed from the Tools area. To do this, switch from Tools to Brilliance and press the respective switch button. Day 1, 2, and 3 correspond to the first 3 predefined options previously stated. Alternatively, the display color can be adjusted by pressing the day-night key on the operation panel. Ambient light adjustment. Each display color can be customized. The color and brilliance level can be defined for any item. For example, select day blackback and change the character color to green. In the brilliance section, switch the character to level 3. The appearance of all characters adjusts accordingly. Repeat this procedure to modify all desired display items. Adjusting the brightness of the screen using the operation panel. The brightness of the screen can be changed with the use of the brilliance control button on the monitor. Also, it can be adjusted by pressing the panel key on the operation panel. Each time the user presses the key, the operation panel brightness changes. Gray adjustment box. Monitor brightness test. To perform the color test, click on Exit and confirm exiting the navigation and planning. To check the monitor brightness adjustment, click on the grayscale button. The grayscale is designed to check the brightness level of the monitor. Also, it ensures that all colors are distinguished. If a color is not identified, the user has to change the brightness level of the monitor. Leave the grayscale diagram by left-clicking on the screen. To change the brightness, turn the brilliance knob on the monitor. Color differentiation test diagram. The color presentation of the display might change due to age or incorrect settings on your monitor. S57 color pattern. To perform a color differentiation test, click on the color pattern button. The color differentiation test diagram consists of 20 colored boxes containing diagonal lines. All 20 lines must be visible in every color code to pass the test. The test has failed if a diagonal line cannot be distinguished in one of the 20 boxes. In this case, manufacturer's support has to be contacted immediately. To leave the color pattern, right-click on the screen and choose Exit. Automatic chart loading. The ECDIS can display adjacent ENC cells. During normal operation, cells are loaded automatically. If the correct chart type is selected, the best chart objects are displayed in the specific area. Chart type. Access chart. Click on Setting. Select S57C map arcs and click the View 1 tab. To switch the chart database in use, click on the corresponding type radio button. Note: only charts contained in the selected chart database will be used for automatic chart loading. Fix view. During normal operation, cells are loaded automatically. To fix the view of an active cell, click on Chart and select Fix View. The system shows the currently loaded chart, and no other cell will be loaded to replace it. This is indicated by the Fix View caution in the alert display area. Chart information, Notice, there are chart-related indications that can be displayed in the alert display area. To check them, click the Alert List button. The overscale caution is triggered when the chart is expanded to the double scale or more of the compilation scale. To adjust a better scale for the currently viewed location, zoom in or out. The larger scale available caution is triggered when a chart with a better scale is available for the currently viewed location. No ENC available caution appears when there is no ENC available at the current ship position. Chart orientation. Chart orientations are used to adapt the chart presentation to the current needs. One example would be the use of ECDIS in course up mode to match a radar image displayed in course up as well. The ECDIS provides 4 orientation modes for S57 and CMAP charts only. These are north up, course up, waypoint up, and rotation mode. Each of them can be used in different situations. If true or free motions are chosen, the course up and waypoint up modes are no longer available for selection. North up. The chart orientation can be changed from the display panel. The default chart orientation mode for the ECDIS is north up. North up orientation displays the chart always towards true north, similar to paper charts. Course up. Course up orientation rotates the chart upwards according to the ship's current heading. However, the chart orientation will not follow any future heading changes. Instead, it stays oriented towards the initial direction. Waypoint up. Once a route is on monitoring, the waypoint up option becomes available. The chart rotates automatically, so that the screen is always oriented upward to the selected waypoint. Note, waypoint up is available only in relative motion. Rotation. Rotation mode allows the user to rotate the chart in specific degrees. For example, it is used to indicate the route heading. On-ship movement. This unit describes the monitoring options for the on-ship's movement. Setting motion modes. Click on the motion drop-down list button to switch between the available motion modes. Select one of the followings. True motion. The on-ship moves across the screen. When the on-ship reaches the predetermined limit, the chart shifts automatically to keep the on-ship on the screen. Relative motion. The on-ship stays in the same position on the display. The chart, including chart objects, moves relative to the ship's position. Free. The chart moves freely and rotates on the display, regardless of the on-ship's direction. While the on-ship is moving, it can disappear from the screen. Mode change by operation. There are some cases where the motion mode will change automatically to another one. For example, when the chart moves, and the old ship is not displayed anymore on the chart area, the motion mode switches to free mode. When the home button is selected, the free mode changes automatically to true mode. Redraw feature. Access chart. Click on Setting, and select S57C map arcs. The border range is used to determine the limit where the chart will be shifted when the owned ship reaches the border range. It is effective only in true mode. To set it, click in the numerical field and enter the desired value. The margin chart rotation is used to define a maximum angle the owned ship is allowed to rotate. When the owned ship's current rotation angle is greater than the set one, the chart is reset. The margin chart rotation is only effective in course-up motion mode. To set the margin chart rotation maximum angle, click in the numerical field and enter the desired value. Chart. Shifting the chart with the home button. The home button is used to center the owned ship position on the chart area. Consider the feature as a coming home function. If the home button is selected while in true mode, the ship will be repositioned according to the border range setting. In relative mode, the ship recenters. The home button can always be used to bring the chart area of the owned ship position while in free mode. Note: alternatively, the home button can be found in the normal menu by accessing Chart and Offsetter. Shifting the chart with the cross cursor. To center the chart to a specific position, move the cross cursor to the desired point and click on it. When relative mode is selected, the cross cursor's position becomes the owned ship's display position. Shifting the chart with the hand cursor. To freely move the chart, click and hold. With the hand cursor, move the chart by turning the trackball in the desired direction and release the button. Shifting the chart with the port list. Open chart. Select user setting and click on my port list. If port names are registered, the selected one will be centered on the display. To do this, select the desired port from the list and click on the jump button. Alternatively, click the port list button on the display panel. Displaying the chart by entering the position. The user can also jump to a specific position by entering its coordinates. To use this feature, access chart, select off center, and click enter position. Click in the respective numerical fields and enter the latitude and longitude. Click OK to confirm. The chart is now displayed to the designated position. Enlarging selected area. To enlarge a selected area, click on the Zoom Area button on the display panel. Locate the cursor in the desired position on the chart. Click to fix the first corner of the rectangle, and move the cursor diagonally. Adjust the size of the area, and click again. The selected chart area is now displayed. Zoom in, or out the chart. There are two options to operate the zoom function on the chart area. Click the Zoom In button to enlarge the chart scale, and the Zoom Out button to reduce the chart scale. Use the Range Plus or Range Minus key from the operation panel. Note: while using arcs, large chart and small chart buttons are available. To enlarge or reduce the charts by one scale level, use the respective button. Scale or Range button. The software provides the option to switch the range and scale values of the chart. To change the displayed chart area, click the Scale or Range button on the display panel. Select the desired value, and the chart will zoom in or out. Note: when the set range or scale is valid, the indicator light screen. Scale minimum. The purpose of this feature is to reduce clutter, to prioritize the display of chart objects, and to improve the display speed of ENC data. Access chart. Click on Setting, and select S57C Map Arcs. Afterwards, enable the Scale Minimum checkbox. Charts objects are gradually removed from the chart while zooming out, and will reappear when zooming in. Note: since Scale Minimum attribute is dependent on the chart scale, it is very important to use the compilation scale of the currently displayed chart. Preset displays. Base, Standard, Other. The ECDIS is capable of displaying different information layers. To maintain safe navigation, it's crucial to evaluate which information should be displayed on the chart. Presets, such as Base, Standard, and Other, are available. Display modes. To toggle between the display modes, click on the Object Category button on the display panel. There are 3 types of display modes that determine the number of objects shown on the chart display. Base display contains the minimum chart content, which is not removable. This display mode should not be used for safe navigation. Standard display mode is intended for safe navigation. It should be used as minimum for route planning and monitoring. Other mode contains standard display objects, plus other remaining features, as set by the user. Note: if the exclamation mark symbol turns red, it means that not all standard information is part of the current display setting. Therefore, the current mode should not be considered as safe for navigation. By clicking on the exclamation mark symbol, all standard information is displayed on the chart. Customize display. There are many chart and display settings available, which can be customized to the current navigation state or task. These include route planning and monitoring at sea, or during a river passage. Object layer and text display. To customize the display modes, access chart, select setting, and click on S57C map arcs. Select other display mode, and switch to view 1 tab. The display layers are divided into 3 categories: the minus layer, the standard layer, and the other layer. The minus layer includes items that can be set on all display modes. The standard layer lists items that can be set when standard or other modes are active. The other layer contains items that can be set only when the other mode is active. Select any chart objects which belong to the other layer from the list, and confirm by clicking Apply in order to see the changes on the screen. Text layers can be displayed on the chart by selecting the respective checkboxes. Note: repeat this procedure for View 2 if the View Multi-View Mode feature is used. Text size. This feature is used to customize the character size of the displayed text. It also depends on the set chart scale. To increase or decrease the size, click on the large or small button respectively. Date-dependent chart objects. Some chart objects are only relevant for certain dates. These objects have the date-dependent attribute assigned. To enable this feature, select the Highlight Date-Dependent checkbox and confirm with Apply. Chart objects with time-varying attribute will be highlighted accordingly. Chart legend. The chart legend. Chart legend. To access the legend of the displayed chart, right-click on the chart area, select S57 CMAPRIX information, and click on the chart. The Chart Legend tab contains useful information related to the current chart. Chart abbreviation. The ECDIS provides a dialog box where all chart abbreviations are explained. To access this feature, click Chart and select Chart Abbreviation. Traditional and switching symbol type. Symbols for points and boundaries can be displayed in different ways. Open the chart option panel. Area boundaries can be displayed as plain or symbolized by clicking on the respective button. Chart symbols can be displayed with a traditional way, like in the paper chart, or simplified by clicking on the respective button. There is no official recommendation for the displayed style, which means the settings depend on operator's mark preference. Two depth shades and safety contrast. Two color depth. Access chart, select setting, and click on S57 CMAPRIX. To display the two color depth mode, make sure the 4 shades checkbox is deselected. Safety contour. To set the safety contour, click on the respective numerical field and enter the required value. The safety contour line defines the barrier between navigable and non-navigable waters. It is used for anti-grounding checks during route planning and voyage. Note: the contour lines are limited to specific intervals. They depend on the available hydrographic data. If the value set by the user does not correspond with an available contour line, the next deeper contour line will be used instead. Isolated danger symbol. The isolated danger symbol includes small shoals, rocks, wrecks, and obstructions that pose a hazard to the ship. Navigators can control the display of isolated danger symbols in shallow waters. To do this, select or deselect the Shallow Water Dangers checkbox. This option is beneficial, especially when navigators have to cross the safety contour. The display of the symbol is related to the set safety contour value. Note: in other display mode, the user has the possibility to display all the chart-isolated dangers. This can be controlled via the obstruction, wreck, underwater or wash rock checkbox. For depth shades, and shallow and deep contour. For depth shades. Open the chart options
Mày
panel.
chữa nhờ mượn hoa quả với thắp hương mày thấy. Chứ mượn mùng 1 mà. Chữa nhờ mượn hoa quả
To
với thắp hương chứ
activate the
mượn mùng
four
1.
depth shades, select the respective checkbox.
Thế mới rồi à.
Confirm with apply.
Nhờ mua hoa quả với thắp hương bởi vì bữa đi mùng 1. Đấy nhá.
Shallow contour. To define the shallow contour, click on the respective numerical field and enter the required value. The shallow contour is set by the mariner and used by the ECDIS to distinguish between medium shallow and very shallow waters on the display. Deep contour. To define the deep contour, click on the respective numerical field and enter the required value. The deep contour is set by the mariner and used by the ECDIS to distinguish between medium deep and deep waters on the display. Note: if the deep contour is set lower than the safety contour, the latter will be set to the same value. Shallow patterns. The navigator can highlight areas that require special care during the voyage. To do this, select the Shallow Pattern checkbox. Grid lines will be added to shallow waters. Safety depth. The safety depth defines the threshold at which spot soundings are highlighted on the chart. It shows the operator at first glance if spot depths smaller than the preset value are in the vicinity. In the basin standard display, spot soundings are not included. Setting up the safety depth. Access chart. Select setting. And click S57 CMAP arcs. To set up the safety depth, click on the respective numerical field and enter the required value. Safe spot soundings are displayed in light gray. Unsafe spot soundings are highlighted in black to attract the navigator's attention. Note: in order for the safety depth function to be of any use to the mariner, spot soundings must be displayed on the chart area. Adjusting the danger detection settings. For safety purposes, the danger detection function has to be activated, and its parameters must be adjusted. To do this, click on Ship Track. Select Setting. And click the Set Alert Limit button. To enable the vector, select the respective checkbox. The size of the rectangle can be adjusted by entering the desired values in the length and width numerical fields. Confirm by clicking OK. To enable the sector, select the respective checkbox. The arc of the sector can be adjusted by entering the desired values in the radius and width numerical fields. Danger detection area. Important remarks. The danger detection function is displayed in front of the vessel on the chart area. It continuously checks the chart for dangers, such as crossing the safety contour, objects, like buoys or beacons, or special condition areas. When an object is detected, an alert is triggered, and the object is highlighted on the chart. However, the sector will trigger alerts when it detects navigational hazards only. The vector will trigger alerts when it detects special areas and crossing of safety contour only. Therefore, in order to ensure the detection of all chart dangers, it is highly recommended to activate both the sector and the vector. Special Areas Alert Settings. Special Condition Areas alerts can be displayed on the screen when such areas are detected. This function provides means to turn chart indications for Special Areas category on or off. Select or deselect the desired checkbox from the displayed list to enable or disable the indication on the chart area. Whenever an area indication is removed, this is indicated by a gray field within the alert list. Management of Special Areas Alerts. The danger detection vector will trigger an alarm if it detects the crossing of the safety contour. Therefore, the area of unsafe water is also highlighted in red on the chart display. All other detected dangers are highlighted in yellow. If an area covers the whole searchlight, its borders will be highlighted to indicate this. Access the chart information dialog box. The ECDIS provides the chart information feature. It is used to get immediate details about an object or area on the chart, or the chart itself. Right-click on the chart, select S57 CMAP Arts information, and the cursor cross changes to a box cursor. Point the cursor on the desired object or position, and click. The chart information panel appears. All available chart objects for this position, chart and update information, are listed in the dialog box. Object, chart, and chart update information. To obtain object information, click on the respective tab. The object list area provides information about the picked objects and their geometry. To get a detailed information, select an object from the list area. Also, make sure that the Display Administrative Information checkbox is selected. All available attribute and value information is displayed in the respective area. To obtain additional chart information, select the Chart Legend tab. To check the chart update history, click on the respective tab.